Hello. Are we live, Joey? Hello. Hey, it's noon. Wednesday, day 3, live TV. That's one way to do it. Anyway, well.
He was going to give the countdown.
Okay, well, I think we're on Steve. Steve's our volunteer camera guy, and live TV. We're running around. We had stuff going on, trying to get things ready, having donations coming in, dropping off. I'm Ian Locke, executive director here at Orion Neighborhood Television, and my guest host today, my good buddy John Elke from Independence Television. He got in a little late, so we're kind of running through how this all works here at Orion Neighborhood Television and the food drive. I'm an old hat. I'll have it up here, and he's going, what is happening? So welcome, John. Tell us a little bit about ITV and all that good stuff.
No, I appreciate you having us here, Ian. It's always great to kind of look and see how other community media stations operate and get a look behind the scenes of somebody else's production.
Well, you just saw it.
Yeah. No, this is great. Independence Television is in Independence Township, so not far from Orion, neighbors, if you will, not too far. We operate out of Clarkston High School.
Which is an interesting setup.
Yes, it is. So a little over 10 years ago, Independence Township and the Clarkston Community Schools entered in an intergovernmental agreement. So we took the community media station from the township and partnered it with the media program at the high school.
Okay.
So our studio is in the high school currently, and during the day it is used as a working classroom for students. So they put on all of our productions for sporting events, graduations, seminars, anything related to the school. They get to be behind the cameras and the switchers, the audio and everything like that, learn on all the equipment, and if they pass the class, they can earn college credit towards furthering their video production career.
College credit?
Yeah, at local universities in Michigan, Central Michigan being one of them, Fire Up Chips.
Okay, so I need to talk to you about that because that's not something Lake Orion has.
Yeah, it's an accreditation program that we're a little over a year into right now. So we had our first student who was our summer intern this past year, Riken Smith. He was the first student to be able to take advantage of that accreditation. So it's something new that we're testing out, and so far it's going quite well.
That's awesome. So I mean, we've talked about this on the channel if anybody's tuned in to the food drive over the years. Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, we actually show the live newscasts that Lake Orion High School students do. We tune right in. Our studios are connected via fiber optics, so we bring them in. They share food drive info, so we're all tied in together, and that's usually about 12:58 on those days. And so it's very similar, except we have our own studio that's separated. You probably have an office you go to during the day and you do your editing and get all that stuff done while the kids are in using the facility. But that is you have a unique way of funding and running that studio over there, and it's an interesting, cost-efficient, and I would say resource for the kids, and not only the kids but also the community.
Yes, yeah, I think that's one of the things, especially looking at it from the past 10 years and how we're growing this. I think we're executing the vision that the community and schools wanted when they originally got this together, which is great. And we're starting to see some of the benefits of kids that have gone through the program, gone to college, graduated, are starting to get their first jobs. We had one of our students just got nominated for his first Emmy just last year. Started with our program. So like seeing this progression and the fruits of the labor of not only allowing kids to grow in this program, but to start their lives and start their careers, but give back to the state of Michigan, give back to the community in this way. And we're happy to share our knowledge and everything like that to train the next generation, I guess.
Well, the cool thing is you and I and our buddy Terry Stiles from OCTV is also here today. And we're going to go in more depth of community media, and we're going to have our little round table over here at our other set as we move along the day. So we'll learn more about your operations, her operations, the great things we do for the community besides food drives, right? And we can talk about our stresses and the things that we're worried about for the future, and alert the residents at home that this can go away if you don't really nurture it. So all right, so let's take care of some business here. Why are we here? We're here for the ONTV Food Drive 16th annual to support Oxford Orion Fish. Our collection goal, our cash collection goal, is $8,000 this year. So if you'd like to donate, head on over to orionontv.org and donate today to our charity GoFundMe. Just click on the Food Drive logo and get the process started. It takes no time at all to help those in need in our community. And you can also donate in person at our studios at 1349 Joslyn Road at the ONTV main studio, formerly the Orion Center, the big blue building on Joslyn Road, just south of Clarkston Road. We'll collect Donations until, I think it's 8 p.m. tonight. So the big blue van, I keep saying, we have big blue tubs, but we have a big white van we're trying to fill up. That's our production truck. And the door is open and accepting donations today. Let's talk about, forgot about these too. Orion Township Hall, you can also donate those at 2323 Joslyn Road during business hours, 8:30 to 4:30. And over at the newly renamed Orion Recreation Center, 3800 Baldwin Road, from 5 a.m. to 9 p.m., formerly Great Lakes Athletic Club.
Yes, yeah.
So that place is hopping, but you can go over there, and we do have big blue bins over in the vestibule and entranceways for you to drop off non-perishable food items just like these, brought in by Judy and I can't remember, Gloria, I think your name was. Two sisters brought these in on Monday, our first donations of the week, and it's been great. Before we do anything else, I want to make sure if you are in a food emergency, we want to make sure that you are aware that assistance is just around the corner, one phone call away at 248-628-3933. And if you call today, you can get help. So if you are in a food emergency, call that number on your screen. If you'd like more information about Oxford Orion Fish, visit their website, oxfordorionfish.org. There you can learn more about the organization, how to volunteer, how to take part and donate. On their actually GoFundMe page, they have a donate button too. So go there, donate there. Whatever you do, donate. That's what we're looking for. I'm trying to slow down because we are on TV and I'm talking quite fast.
Well,
so
I will say Independence Television was happy to donate some food today as well. When we stopped on by, we were able to find your big van and drop off some food. So happy to help out the residents of not only our neighbors in Orion, but Oxford as well. Right. It's a joint effort here. So
we appreciate it. It's every bit helps, and by the end of the week, we're hoping to have, usually that truck holds about 1,000 pounds of food, and that's the goal during the week. We've seen the physical donations go down and dip a little bit, but our business sponsors all week have been phenomenal, and without their support, we could not even come close to our $8,000 goal. So let's take a peek at our sponsors for today.
All of us at ONTV would like to thank our corporate sponsors for their generous donations. Today's portion of the 2026 ONTV Food Drive is brought to you by Madison Heights Plumbing and Heating Supply, located at 719 East Mandolin Avenue in Madison Heights. The family-owned business has been servicing the Detroit metro area for over 30 years. Madison Heights Plumbing and Heating Supply is supporting the food drive for a 4th year and is a 5-day sponsor. In addition to the ONTV Food Drive, they proudly support other charitable events and organizations, such as Toys for Tots, Bottomless Chest, and St. Jude's Children's Hospital. For more information, give them a call at 248-588-4690 or visit the website MadisonHeightsPlumbingSupply.com. Ohana Wealth Advisory, located in Berkeley, Michigan. Ohana Wealth Advisory is returning as a sponsor for their 4th year, and they are a 5-day sponsor. For more information, you can give them a call at 248-246-8080. Meyer of Lake Orion, located at 1107 South Lapeer Road in Lake Orion. Meyer is a year-round supporter of the Oxford Orion Fish Food Pantry, collecting food pantry donations through their Simply Give program. They are a 5-day sponsor of the ONTV Food Drive with a charitable $500 contribution. For more information, visit the website Meyer.com. North Oakland VFW Post 334, serving the community and fellow veterans. VFW Post 334 has been a devoted supporter of Oxford Orion Fish for several years. They are a 5-day sponsor of the ONTV Food Drive. For more information about North Oakland VFW Post 334, you can visit their Facebook page at facebook.com/VFW334. You can also check out VFW.org. M3 Investments, located at 990 North Main Street in Royal Oak. Having a plan that is designed around your goals and financial situation can help you successfully navigate the risks you are likely to face. Whether you're just starting out, thinking about retirement, or just retired, Christine can help. For more information about M3 Investments, you can give them a call at 543-3400. Brinker Veterinary Hospital, located at 975 South Lapeer Road in Lake Orion. The team at Brinker Veterinary Hospital is dedicated to making sure our local pets are happy and healthy. We here at ONTV thank them for their generous donation to the Oxford Orion Fish Food Pantry. For more information, you can check out their website, brinkervet.com. Lake Orion Sunrise Rotary Club. The club meets in the United Methodist Church at 140 East Flint Street in Lake Orion on the first and third Thursday of each month. The Lake Orion Sunrise Rotary Club focuses on helping our community by working with local organizations to help individuals and families in need. They also provide beds to local kids with their program, Beds for Kids. The Rotary Club is a 5-day sponsor of the food drive, helping to stock the shelves at the Oxford Orion Fish Food Pantry. For more information about the Lake Orion Sunrise Rotary Club, you can visit the website portal.clubrunner.ca/3041. Lake Orion Lions Club, serving Lake Orion since 1938. The Lake Orion Lions Club is committed to our community by serving, fundraising, and supporting others. They have been supporting Oxford Orion Fish for many years through donations and other local food drives. This year, the Lions are a 5-day sponsor of the ONTV Food Drive with another considerate donation to fish. To learn more about the Lake Orion Lions Club, you can check out the website, lakeorionlions.org. Shores Fireplace and Barbecue, located at 616 South Lapeer Road in Lake Orion. Shores has 45 years of experience in the hearth and patio industry. They are a first-time partner of the ONTV Food Drive and have donated $200 toward our final goal. For more information about Shores Fireplace and Barbecue, you can check out the website shoresfireplaceandbarbecue.com. MI Remodelers, located at 125 Walnut Boulevard in Rochester. MI Remodelers is a family-owned company specializing in home projects, big or small. They have contributed $200 toward our final goal in helping Oxford Orion Fish. For more information about MI Remodelers, check out their website, miremodelers.com. And Palazzo di Bocce, located at 4291 Lapeer Road in Lake Orion. They are a returning sponsor of the food drive with a generous $200 donation. Palazzo di Bocce gives customers a chance to play a game of bocce ball while they eat. For more information, you can visit their website, palazzodibocce.com.
All right, thanks you to our sponsors. Without those generous donations from that list of sponsors for today, we would be in deep trouble.
Sure.
And every year, I think last year our collections surpassed our goal of 8,000. It was 15 grand we raised last year, and 90% it was from our sponsors. And they did a wonderful job. They always do. They're our buddies, they're our friends. And we're getting some surprise donations from longtime donors to fish that are 4 digits, not just triple digits, and in the thousands, and it's been great. So we really need it, especially this time, and you know the environment here, John, with the cost of food going up and the stresses the families are under. Your dollar just does not go the way it used to at the grocery store anymore.
Yeah, you know, I think that's why it stresses the importance of what you guys are doing here with this drive, is helping out those that are in need that might not be able to afford this stuff like they used to, especially even some of the necessities that we take for granted maybe.
Right.
So seeing that so many community sponsors come out and help you guys out with this drive each year is really humbling, but also just really rewarding to see that there's still a lot of good out there. There's still a lot of good people out there that want to help and want to do the right thing, and it's amplified through this program.
Right, and to your point, we always say that, you know, those who give or work to serve others, you always receive more back than you're giving out, right? You know, personally, and I don't do this, we don't do this just for accolades or nothing. We do it because it's the right thing to do.
Sure.
And we have this forum and we have this technology, and we're using every bit of that technology today to help those in need in our community. And I said, if we weren't doing this, we were doing something wrong.
Sure.
Right, so that's how we paired up with Fish 16 years ago. They're a 501c nonprofit charity organization. All donations you give to this food drive go directly to them. 100%. ONTV does not hold on to anything, but just be assured that we are both vetted 501c3. We are. We're legal.
Yep.
And the IRS said so too. So there you go. But we are trusted sources. You can donate to us. Your donations are going to get there safely. There's scams everywhere out there. So you can donate safely and with a good conscience and say, hey, this will be taken care of. And the cool thing about Fish too is they don't pay anybody. I'm going to say 99% of everything that is collected there goes directly to those in need. And these day and age, you got some nonprofits who take a little off the top, shave a little bit more. They have high admin, they got a big overhead, and just a percentage goes to those in need. That is not the case with Fish.
Sure, yeah, so. That's really great to see, and I imagine doing this for 16 years too. You've established a great reputation in the community that can be trusted for instances like this. So I can't imagine that anybody would be looking elsewhere for.
Yeah, it took about a decade.
Yeah.
and now people are expecting this now because we've had it the same week for 16 years. So they go, hey, when's the food drive? That's coming up. Before we get into some other housekeeping items, let's get an update on what the donations are. I haven't seen the total tally up on the board yet, just for a while. So we got our overhead cam. What do we got? $5,075.
Wow.
We got the little bug up there, which is nice. And we're going to add to that total today. So we are over halfway to our $8,000 goal, and it's Wednesday. We really had a great donation last Tuesday, yesterday, with the Lions Club. And they donated $1,000, really push us over that halfway mark. So North Oakland Community Coalition, thank you, NOCC, for $200. Gowling Buick GMC, wow, $1,000. They've been with us since day one.
That's really great. That's amazing.
Lions Club, again, you see the donation from yesterday. That was 23 hours ago. That's $1,000. So, yeah, Gowling GMC, Buick GMC has been with us since day one, and they used to donate oil changes.
Oh, that's really
And we used to do raffles and pull them out. Those oil changes were the most popular thing going.
Yeah.
And if you can see some of our old marketing here. It says 5 or 5. It used to be if you donate 5 food items or $5, you got 5 tickets. And then you can get into the raffle. To work on a raffle was so much. Did you ever do a raffle?
No, I haven't. Well, I've participated. I've never done one.
But you've never organized one?
No.
If you don't have to, don't.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun. It's great live television.
Right.
But it is
stressful, I imagine.
Oh, man, the hours and hours. And I could get Tracy out here, administrative assistant here. She's used to spearhead that thing. It was crazy. And so, but it was a lot of fun and reading them live on the air and people coming picking up their items. But the oil changes was like, that bucket was full.
That's a prized possession, man. Like I would have given a lot for free oil changes back in the day. So
right, we had guys giving
totally
$100 going, how many tickets I get? I go, just take an oil change.
Yeah.
You got it. It's a donation. So as we go through this, let's take a look at, one thing we should take a peek at is, let's see what Fish, the needs at Fish change every season, depending on, the temperatures outside. And let's take a look at what what Fish is looking for donations.
Yeah, this was actually a very helpful list. We took this out to Costco, my family and I, and just kind of went down the list here. Found canned chicken, canned tuna, any canned soup, canned fruit, canned pasta, chili, bagged potatoes, boxed potatoes, canned stew, broth, or any non-perishable foods, kind of like what you have displayed here on the table here. They're easy items to find across any grocery store. It's kind of fun to go out and look for these items. So if you have the means and have the ability to do so, I screenshotted this on my phone and just went to the grocery store. It was really easy. It was in and out, no
Right, and
time.
Do that now. If you're at home, if you're watching at your PC at your desk at this fun lunch hour, 12 to 2, we're here live. Yeah, get a shot of that. We're going to be sharing this all over the place. And these are listed on Fish's website as well. And a lot, like we were talking about broth. That is a new item, boxed potatoes. Someone goes, what's a boxed potato? I go, well, it is just instant potatoes.
Instant potatoes, scalloped potatoes was one of my favorites growing up, you know, so like that was a fun find for me. But
so your mom loved it because you like those scalloped potatoes?
I loved them. Yep. One of my favorites. So yeah,
so you
that
like
was
cream corn too, and your Brussels sprouts?
No, not as much.
Right. But those items like broth, we were talking about soups and stews, hearty meals, and this, you know, especially in this day, like we talked about the cost of food. Sometimes you make larger pots of stew or vegetable soup, and then you can save it for multiple meals. You can, you can reheat it, you can freeze it. So we're seeing that strategic change, the needs change with the times we're in. Before it was like hamburger helper and different things that you would just spice up ground beef. Ground beef is like $8 a pound.
It's expensive,
It's madness.
Yeah.
So chicken, we've gone to chicken at our household, and I'd love to have salmon, but what? I got to finance a car to or refinance the house to get a slab of salmon.
Yeah.
But this goes to the the reason why we're here and helping fish through what restock those shelves. So if you haven't been, we were talking about it before we went on the air. I was telling John about what Fish is all about. They're kind of a unique facility. It is more of a grocery store. You go in, and who better to know the needs of your family than you?
Right.
And so here's a quick video about Fish, what it looks like inside, the people working there, and how they operate. Let's take a peek.
It's that time of the year. The holidays have come and gone. What are things like for the food pantry after the holidays?
We continue to be very busy with 400 active clients, and we average 240 families a month. So it's busy, and donations are continuing to come in, so we're grateful for that post-holiday.
Yeah. Now, I would imagine you get an influx of food over the holiday. Do things slow down a little bit after the holiday as far as donations go?
I think they usually typically do, because during the holiday we have businesses, and it's just on people's minds and schools' minds and everything that the holidays are coming and people are gonna be in need, and people just have the giving spirit. But we continue to get quite a few donations this year, so we're happy about that. I think everyone's aware of inflation in their own families, so that makes them think of others.
Yeah, I was going to ask you that. How has inflation affected your numbers of people needing your services?
We have more people needing our services, and our families are getting larger because of inflation. They're taking in like other family members to their household, so we have larger, families of 5, 6, 7 plus in a house. Wow. So yeah, makes for a full cart of food for sure.
Now today I see people stocking shelves. How often does that happen? The shelf stock?
Tuesdays and Thursdays every week. We have volunteers from the community. We have some kids from the high school that come in from the loft program. They do it a couple days a week, and so we're really happy that we have a lot of help to stock the shelves for our families.
What can you say to people in the community who are maybe wanting to help out? I'm sure you can always use more bodies.
Yes, we can, and we've had people come in and say, I want to do something. One suggestion we do is do a mini can drive, maybe ask us what we're in need of, and we can give them some ideas, and they can do a mini can drive and then come in and stock shelves. Another thing we have is adopt a shelf. Yeah, we have people that come in from the community, families, scouts, businesses that'll adopt a shelf, like tomatoes or ketchup or peaches, and they come in once a month either with a product or they give monetarily.
That's awesome. What are your big needs as far as donations go? Are there things that you're always having trouble keeping in stock?
What do I want to say, Mary?
Like tuna.
Yeah, spaghetti sauces. Yeah, chunky soups because it's
go pretty quick.
It's like a meal in a can. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ravioli, spaghetti.
Pasta sauce, spaghetti, boxed pasta. Macaroni cheese.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've always heard people say that if you're cleaning out your cupboards and you want to make a donation, donate the stuff you like, not the stuff your family doesn't eat, right?
Correct. Plus, we don't want to get donations that are expired either. Yeah, because we only put current and down the road dates on our products. Yeah.
Sue, how does a family in need reach out to you? How do they take advantage of these services?
Give our office a call. The office people are there 9 to noon, Tuesday through Thursday. But any time they can call, leave a message, and their call will be returned. The office workers will call them back, do a brief needs assessment. If you qualify, they'll make them an appointment to come in and shop.
Talk about that experience of coming in and shopping. I love how this is set up like a corner grocery store. Talk about what a family would experience when they come in to shop.
We try to be very welcoming when they come in. Most faces we recognize, so when there's a newbie, and it'll always say on there, new client. And they'll come in, we'll greet them, ask for photo ID to be sure they're in our service area, right? Like Orion Oxford address. And then we give them a reference card, family size of, say, 4, right? So it'll say you can get 130 pounds of total food, 14 of that could be meat, and everything else is this. And we'll take them around and show them all the quantities, shelf limits, and escort them through. If they need additional help, we'll, one of us can walk through with them to help ease the experience. And it seems to be a pleasant experience for most, I think. Yeah, I think usually we get the responses, wow, this is like a store. Everyone's, it's so nice, you have freedom to choose what your family can eat or likes to eat rather than just receiving, a pre-made box.
Right.
So, yeah.
Now, over the last few years at our ONTV food drive, our monetary donations far outweigh our food donations. In what ways does Fish benefit from monetary donations?
We can get supplies and food that we need. I know corporate, yeah.
Meyer corporate.
We order pallets of food from Meyer. We get stuff from Gleaners that we have to purchase, so a lot of that money can go toward that, which is very helpful.
So with our food drive just a couple of weeks away, is there anything you want to say to the community to help support the cause?
We just appreciate, we've always had strong support from our community and ONTV in particular. People just seem to swarm, and you've put the word out that this is what we do. This is, we do it for years. We're 100% volunteer. Any money that comes in, goes towards either small operational costs, like you say, some utilities, and food. And it's just a huge boost for us. So we thank you. Without community support, we wouldn't be able to do what we do.
Anything you want to add to that? What do you want to say to the community that's been supporting this food pantry?
We're so grateful, and when we have families come in, they definitely tell us how happy and how grateful they are for all the community support, and it makes them feel really good, just knowing that people in the area and their neighbors are helping out.
All right, back in the studio here. Wonderful video about Fish and their operations, and you get a good idea what it looks like inside the facility and
so
the people who
great.
work there. And like we said, I think they've been in their current location 7, 8 years now,
at least,
pre-pandemic.
right?
So, and it's wonderful. The last one used to be in a church, and
in Thomas,
yeah, it was run down.
Long
it's hard
ways
to
away.
find. This
Yeah.
one's right on 24, easy to
Right.
find, easy to navigate the shelves and the aisles there. Joy, just remind me real quick. Hey, Live TV, are we going to talk about our sponsors' highlight videos? Should I, or should we just start? Anyway.
At the end.
Why not?
Okay.
Go ahead.
So here we are. Here's our little round table. It literally is a round table. And my buddies here from OCTV and Independence TV, John and Terry Stiles is with us. She's the director up there. And so we've got like the directors round table.
Yeah.
We all kind of run our studios, and
Right.
we are colleagues and friends and been working together
Neighbors.
a number of years.
Right.
Yeah.
And neighbor.
Literal
Neighbors.
neighbors. Yeah.
Yeah,
That was hilarious. So we're working on legislation and stuff and going through all these Zoom calls and
Sure.
Zoom calls, and it's summertime, and I'm down getting my mail, and I'm standing at the end of my driveway. You
John
come
Goodman.
roll about with your family.
Yep.
Oh, funny.
Yeah. Moved in the neighborhood about 4 years ago, and it
He's
was
4 houses down
Yep.
from me.
Wow, isn't
And I
that
go,
something?
you follow me home? So we are literally neighbors, and which is pretty wild. And so, what are we doing here today?
Well, it's
So-
easier to share that passion when you're in that close proximity.
Yeah.
You know what his community is going through.
Right.
You know what Oxford's going through.
Absolutely.
We know what we're Orion people at heart. So
Right.
yeah.
Yeah,
So,
and in the partnerships between the three communities, I mean,
Right.
you have your rivalries in sports, you have your rivalries in everything else, but we are, as community media managers and station managers, we are not in competition with one another. We
No.
work together. We are supporting each other. You need a technological question.
Yep. Right.
What should
Oh,
I
yeah.
buy? What shouldn't I buy?
Sure,
You know,
right.
or a tip that maybe I didn't see, you know, and you guys do that sort of thing. We're always helping each other.
Right.
And
Well, it's a
Singing.
big community, you know. Like we've been talking
is.
about, the theme has been community and helping neighbors and helping everybody. And it's nice to have somebody that might be, you know, paddling the same boat
Same
as you
song.
are and
Yeah.
going the same path
Right.
to get a little advice and to have someone so close. You know, I was in community media out in Wisconsin for 10 years. We didn't have too many community media stations by us. We were the only one roughly in the county.
Oh, wow.
For us, so we didn't have the same support system
Camaraderie,
that
yeah.
we have here. When I moved here, I was kind of surprised how many there were in the county. I was like, holy smokes, this is an embarrassment of riches here, you know? There's a lot of people you can talk to, and they're so
Right.
close, you know?
And
You
not
don't-
only in the county, but like here,
Yeah.
North Oakland County, we got 3 of us,
Right,
4 of us.
right,
You count Waterford just
right,
down
right,
the road. It's
yeah.
pretty wild. It is kind of a unique setting, and Michigan has always kind of led in, the nation in having these. California too, and on the East Coast, but
East
Michi-
Coast, big time, yeah.
right? And they are hardcore. It's really
sure.
amazing what
Fighting
they do.
a good fight, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And for us to still have this, and they're still going, and the communities have supported this for 40 years, 45 years, they're still going.
We're so lucky that they understand the value of having that local import information, local news, local promotion.
Right.
Our communities get it. I think north of Oakland County, there's very few public access stations.
Yeah, I don't think Lapeer. I think at one
No.
point they
We
did,
tried.
but they kind of,
I've tried.
you know, they go by the wayside.
Right.
And, something we like to share with the community is like, how are we funded? How does this work? People go,
Right.
oh, my tax dollars. Those who work with us go, this is great. I'm glad my tax dollars go to making sure ONTV is working. We're going, wait a minute.
Nope.
Yeah.
That's not quite the case.
Right,
So
right.
who would like to take that mantra, you know, and,
Sure.
and
I
share
could-
that
Yeah,
info,
you go,
John?
John.
I might be able to do this. I'll give it a whirl. So we're funded through PEG funds, Public Education Government Funds, which you can find on your cable bill, traditional cable bill that's listed there. In some communities, there's a 5% for franchise fees, and some there's 2% for PEG fees. And what that fee goes to is to support stations like us. So it's not technically tax dollars
Right.
that are funding our community media stations. It's funds that are strictly have to be used for public education or government programming.
On the PEG side of it,
On the
right.
PEG side of it, yes.
On the franchise side, so I think people get confused about it being tax dollars because the franchises are paying for the rights of way use.
Correct.
And
It's
so I
kind
think
of the
that's why-
big piece
Right,
of the
bigger
infrastructure,
picture.
to have the infrastructure locally held in our right of way. Then
Correct.
that's the fee. And it's interesting, if you have your cable bill, break it out. Let's read it together. But it's interesting that the cable companies change the terminology of those fees every
Sure.
once in a while. Have you ever noticed? Facility management
Yes.
fee,
Yeah.
contracted township fee. They all have a different little twist on it, so you don't really kind of know what it's going towards.
Yeah.
And so we love to explain what that goes
Yeah,
toward.
yeah.
Sure do.
And it's this,
Yeah.
right? It's
Yes.
community television.
Right.
But and the franchise fees are a little more flexible, right?
Yes, in spending, yes. They're flexible in terms of some communities choose to keep some of the franchise fees or all, and they can. They cannot keep or use their PEG fees in their general fund like
Right.
they can the franchise fees.
So it does fill up the coffers for the general fund for
It
the
helps.
township or city or village.
Right.
And they can use it for fire,
Right.
parks, right?
Sidewalks.
Programming,
Yeah,
sidewalks, you name it.
water,
Yeah.
anything, right.
Right. And so what we're doing at our little round table today is talking about like if it is a cable bill that is funding these operations and all of the things that we do, I mean, we kind of hit on them from sports to local news. I mean, true local news, hyper-local
local
news.
government,
yeah.
Your local government
Government.
meetings, most watched things on Orion Neighborhood
Yes.
Television. How about you guys?
Yeah,
Are
just
those-
about. It
I
depends
don't
on
know,
the.
you guys are football crazy over there.
Yeah, I was gonna say our football is pretty high, but like depends on the meeting. You get a good meeting, like
Yes.
that'll
Right.
that'll certainly skew those numbers a little bit. But
Which is exactly the purpose for
Right.
PEG, right? People
Right,
that
government
are
transparency.
homebound can't get to those meetings, they can still see what's going on in the community. So important.
Correct. The transparency in government,
Yes.
especially this day and age. What is your government doing? And luckily in our community, and you guys can comment on your community,
sure.
within reason, right? We're all politicians here because we work with our politicians, we work with our elected
do.
officials, our superintendents, village managers, all those guys, even our state reps. We have to.
Yes.
We are friends and we are
Yes.
colleagues with those individuals, and because they understand what we do here. But having transparency in government here in Orion, they wonder where we're at if the signal is gone.
Yes.
The signal's out there. What happened? Are you
Yes.
guys okay? We're like,
Yeah.
yeah, we're fine.
Yeah.
We're here. And
Yeah.
I get a phone call saying we got a tech problem from the clerk, and I literally,
Right.
we live
No.
a mile
Yeah,
from
not far
Township
from
Hall.
here,
So
yeah.
I'm like, okay, I'm eating dinner. I'm chewing my pork chop, and I'm running over to Township Hall to get the cameras up and running.
Sure.
And if you ever wonder if people are watching, go down.
Oh
Yeah,
yes.
right. That's always one way.
Go to black for about 2.5
Yeah,
seconds,
yeah,
and you're
right.
getting those phone calls.
Those are the best ones,
I
right?
love
those are
them,
those are
yeah.
our critiques. We go,
Yeah.
hey, how we doing? You weren't there. Okay, you were watching.
Yeah.
It's
good to know.
Fantastic,
Yeah.
right? But yeah, it's transparency in
Yeah.
government and access, right? Like you said, if you're homebound and you can't make it to the meeting, that's what this is for. This funds this sort of thing. It's documenting what's happening around your community during COVID. What were your guys' responses? I mean, we worked more than
Yes, we did a
ever
lot.
from our basements than we ever did in the studio during COVID because we still needed to provide services.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But we still needed to honor the rules and regulations at the time. So how did you?
There was a lot of
guys-
troubleshooning to find how to connect people virtually
Yes.
to one setting, and it was difficult. I mean, I don't know how it was with you guys, but it was finding situations that worked for everybody to still make it seem like you didn't miss a beat, and we didn't.
Right.
We didn't miss a beat,
We didn't,
which
right.
is, I think. I can't speak for you
Right.
guys, but I'm sure you didn't miss one either because you can't.
Yeah.
If meetings still happened, all of that stuff still happened, and we had to be there
Yes.
to ensure that A, it was recorded, B, that people could stay safe in their homes and still
Right.
participate and still know what's going on in their government, especially government, but schools as well. We do
Right.
school board meetings too. So
Right.
Yeah,
it's
we do all that.
it was a high stress time to find everything else that was changing from week to week as far as what you could do
Right.
and how you'd approach that and how you'd go about
Right.
that. So it was for me, I know there was many times that I was just screaming behind the glass because something I set up suddenly didn't work.
Right.
Or
Crashed.
the spacing of the mics that I set out for people was the wrong spacing.
sat in the
So
middle.
they sat in the middle. It was the dead mic, and everything else was on. And you're sitting there going, well,
Right.
It's
I
Right.
hope everyone's forgiving. We try. We're trying to keep this afloat and
Right.
and find new ways to keep everybody
I'm having
engaged.
flashbacks.
Yeah.
Oh boy. But yeah, and to all of that, we were malleable. We were able to
Had to be.
react. Our big commercial stations down in the Detroit area, or if you're going to go up 75 to the Flint area, they weren't coming down here.
Right.
They weren't coming to our communities to say,
Covering.
"Oh, hey, we have a senior whose well went out.
Yeah.
What can we do to get them help?" And we were in committees and commissions on Zoom calls saying, with our state senators and different stakeholders around town going, what can we do? Somebody needs food. They can't get out. They're snowed, they can't, snowed in or their vehicle died. How can we get them a ride to the doctor? We were in all of those conversations and taking notes. Where can you go get food? Where can you go get, when school shuts down, those in need, they can go hungry. Blessings in a backpack.
Yes.
Kids, people don't realize the food insecurities and the necessity of having school open for kids to eat.
Yes, absolutely.
And when that goes down, school's over, they go, we are out 2 meals.
We were counting on that.
Right.
Yeah. Nope. Blessings in the Backpack. You guys did a great video on that fundraiser as well. I was able to attend that event. It's a great need resource for this community. Absolutely love it.
Right. But it goes to we are here to serve the community technologically and with information, right? To get accurate information in and out, because we know information from other sources. We're living it now. I mean, it's amazing how over the course of our careers, we could probably talk for days on this. When you go, oh, you turn on the news and you respected the individual you saw, and you had a good idea that information is vetted pretty good.
Yeah.
And I go, now everybody's a journalist in their basement with one of these, and they go, yes, I am an expert. Here's my facts. Maybe.
Facts.
And so with us,
lots of air quotes. I'll do multiple.
With your public access station, you know those people, and they know you.
Right.
They know that they can trust what you're saying.
Right.
They're part of your community. It's such an important facility in the community, and unfortunately, we're fighting to stay
We
there.
are. I mean, we're up here laughing and sharing stories of the business and what we're doing, and we get an overview. But yeah, let's dig into the little nitty gritty here that we are kind of running into. We talked about the cable bills. How many of you out there still have cable? Are you watching us on your website? I mean, we're all over. We're on Roku and Apple TV and Amazon Fire.
That's part of that,
Sure.
the COVID, right? You're meeting people where they're at instead of saying this is where the information is. Well, now our audience is here. Well, we got to get that information here now.
Yes.
And that's part of the growth or the evolution that we're kind of. I always say we're at a fork in the road of history, right?
Oh, we are.
Where we're going to be at from a video producing standpoint. For the longest time, it was, cable TV, and that was the way that everyone got their video content. Well, now that's not true anymore.
No, I remember being excited that we were able to get on YouTube.
Yes.
Another delivery.
Right. Exactly.
Right.
Another
That
outlet.
was exciting.
And archiving, a
Now we're
method to
keeping
archive,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
The
Right.
video, the
Yes.
file sizes went from the size of a truck down to a nice small
Yes.
size that you could actually upload it in a couple hours as opposed to a day.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. So I mean, we've seen the changes in technology, and now we're it's rippling through our society, and it is impacting institutions like ONTV, ITV, OCTV, and other centers like this across the country, and the state of Michigan. We still have a lot of vibrant media centers in the larger cities. We're more village-based. We are small communities still keeping it going.
So lucky.
Yeah.
And I'll share with the viewers, there's bills afoot in Lansing that could carve into our funding model or carve into our existence. And we're working to educate our elected officials and try to work with them to understand that if this bill passes, then this could happen next. This is what could happen next in our funding because of the cable subscription declines, that this could go away, or it might look completely different where we don't have telethons like this. ONTV donates close to over six figures to our school district for their video equipment because of the money that we collect, right? And so, will we have places for internships? Can the careers start? Like you were mentioning on your side, you have now accreditation for college credit, which is amazing.
That would change.
Sure
The
would.
partnership that we'd have with the school district would have to be looked at, because right now we're funded 1,000% through PEG funding, and if that goes away, then we have to reevaluate, how we operate, which is kind of a hard thing to look at sometimes, because you say, but that's who we are. You're asking me to change my identity. And that's what the community has come to expect from us.
Oh, absolutely.
And to go back to the community and be like, well, now we've got to do things a little differently. And it's, for me, it's hard to grapple with, because I look at everything that we do from the community standpoint. I don't want that to go away.
No.
Right.
I look at all the help, like you were saying earlier, Terry, like we're neighbors. People know who we are, and they trust us.
Yes.
And I think that trust can't be overlooked.
No, and I've said a million times, we don't get 247 to come up here unless there's a tragedy.
Right.
Yeah.
Unless there's something big. We are the living recorders of the history of our community. And that's so important. We have been for, like you said, 40 years. And if we change, I know at my studio, sorry about the mic, we will have to cut down to only meetings and maybe sports, and it would be football.
Yep.
It would be the most popular sports, whereas right now we cover everything, 3 cameras, 2 people talking. And that's going to change completely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think most people realize it until like you said earlier, when things start going to black. That's when that's when those calls are going to start coming. Yep.
Right, and I experienced this in a kind of a little snapshot back in 08, 09 during the Great Recession. I worked with the Waterford schools for 11 years in their video department, teaching co-op classes to students, and they went off to careers, and it was this great thing. They did games, news, the whole bit, right?
Sure.
And we served the school district, the superintendents, the teachers, and training videos, you name it. Bond videos, we did those all over the place, and we're 100% successful, by the way. But it goes to, hey, we're running out of money. Student, 09, the Great Recession hit. The tax base is dropping. Buy.
Yeah.
The entire department went goodbye in a day. They said, you got a couple months, end of June, you're done. You're going, what? And we got through graduation, and that was it. And we basically said, boop, turn it off. And we left the message board up until they said, well, when's football going to be on?
Yeah.
You go, there's no
It's not.
football.
And we've been warning you.
Yeah.
Where's the live basketball? No live basketball.
Yeah.
I said, you lucky you got graduation. And
Right,
they go, oh,
right.
wait a minute. And they reevaluated, brought one person back. But it's not the same.
No.
It is
Yeah.
not the
Absolutely
same.
not.
We did wall-to-wall sports, live commentary.
Yeah.
The kids
Yeah.
had a great time.
Yeah.
It was a great,
Yeah.
the community loved it.
Yeah.
But we're looking at that on a large scale. This could be every community in Michigan
Yes.
or every PEG center, across the nation are under these stresses. So.
It's also worth mentioning that communities that do not have television or public access stations, and they use those franchise fees, you touched on it. What will it do for, in my community, in our area, Leonard gets maybe $5,000 a year, but that's so important to Leonard, who has, that community has maybe 300 or 400 people.
Right.
And there's many, many communities like that in the state of Michigan. So it's important to pay attention to what's happening in the legislature in Lansing. And I know you're really good about getting that information out there.
I'm trying.
And who to contact, and
Right.
contact your representatives and tell them,
And when.
don't let
And-
us go away.
Right, and it is timing. It is, but it's general information, and you build
Yes, it is
coalitions
timing.
together. And I don't think our group has been, across the state of Michigan, been closer, or
Right.
more tied
Yes.
together over the years.
Yeah.
We've been scattered for decades, and now I think this kind of brought us together. We're sharing emails regularly, and we're alert and we're paying attention. And to your point, Terry, Southfield, I went and had a meeting down with their deputy treasurer and their general counsel and their production manager back a couple years ago when the other bill came through. And I said, this is what's going to happen, and this is what the bill is. And they're like, we just passed our budget, and we collect $2.4 million from these fees to go to our general fund, and they are already been appropriated.
Wow.
Right.
I said, well, you better start writing letters or reach out
Yeah.
to your senators and your House reps, and they're going, because we've always been threatened for this for years, but it goes beyond just community media. This is going to the heart of general fund dollars
is.
in our
Yeah.
townships. Independents,
Yep.
Yeah.
big chunk of your franchise, all of your franchise.
All of our franchise goes to the general fund. That's roughly
Oh.
under $600,000 annually. So that would be a massive
Huge hit.
change
Yeah.
for our
And
budget.
you know where that then would end up? It
Yeah.
would be the taxpayers that had to make up that franchise
Correct.
general
Yeah.
fund.
Right.
Yep.
And that's
Right.
the thing that I don't think our representatives truly understand.
Right.
It will be the taxpayers that will pay that
Right.
then.
Right. We're working on that. We're working on it.
You are.
The
You're
streamers, we're
working
trying
hard.
to, we want to work together with our media brethren and try to
Yes.
have some sort of equitable and fair exchange
Sure.
here. You know, we could talk about this all day long, and we're getting up against almost 10-2. I want to showcase a video from ITV.
Sure.
And it's
Thank you.
about 5 minutes long. Terry, sorry we're not rolling your video, but we were running your cooking shows on
Yes,
Monday.
I know you are. I know
I
you
share
are.
a program all the time.
Yeah.
So
And
let's
he's
share.
an Orion guy.
Let's share a quick video from John's production crew, and it's really good.
Yeah,
and just to get a taste of what they're doing over at ITV, take a look.
Thank you.
It's 2026, and that means the Great Lakes State will be electing a new governor later this year. So in light of this upcoming circus, we're looking back at Michigan's first governor, Stevens T. Mason, in this Michigan moment. Stevens was born in 1811 in Leesburg, Virginia. The Mason family was a powerhouse in Virginia with a strong connection to early American politics. His twice great uncle was founding father George Mason, who attended the Constitutional Convention. Though while his grandfather and uncle both served as U.S. senators, his father, John Thomas Mason, left the family stronghold to make his own fortune. After an unsuccessful stint in Kentucky, John moved his family to the Michigan Territory after accepting an appointment from then-President Andrew Jackson. The elder Mason served as the territory's secretary for 1 year, before leaving for Mexico, again on behalf of the White House. In the wake of his departure, Stevens assumed his father's role as secretary. At just 19 years old, the younger Mason proved to be quite politically savvy and eventually caught the eye of then-territorial governor Lewis Cass. Later that same year, Cass was appointed Secretary of War, leaving the governorship to Mason in the interim. In 1832, Michigan's new governor, George Bryan Porter, arrived in Detroit. While Mason was demoted back to secretary, Porter was often absent, leaving the duties and responsibilities of governor back in Mason's hands. It was during this period Mason received the nickname Boy Governor. In 1834, Porter died of cholera, making Mason the acting governor once again. Mason's whirlwind term as governor proved to be the most significant in the territory's history. Mason led the charge to campaign for Michigan statehood. After a petition failed in 1832, Mason commissioned a census and found 85,856 residents in the territory, surpassing the 60,000 required for statehood. However, a violent border dispute known as the Toledo War kept Michigan's statehood in limbo. After refusing the White House's terms offered to quell the dispute, Mason was removed from office by the Jackson administration. In spite of this, Mason's popularity never waned. On October 5, 1835, voters approved the state constitution, electing Mason governor. At just 24 years old, Mason became Michigan's first ever elected governor. 2 years later, on January 26, Congress officially admitted Michigan into the Union, making it the 26th state. As governor, Mason continued his ambitions for Michigan. His successes include the establishment of Michigan public schools, the hiring of Douglas Houghton, the state geologist who discovered copper in the UP, as well as vast improvements and expansions to Michigan railroads. Mason also purchased a plot of land in Ann Arbor that would become the site of Michigan's first university, the University of Michigan. While important to Michigan's future, Mason's acts as governor cost the state treasury a hefty sum. And along with the 1837 financial crisis, Mason's administration put the state into $2 million in debt. That's $57.4 million in today's dollars. Facing a contentious re-election bid against political rival William Woodbridge, Mason retired from politics and moved to New York to practice law. As his practice struggled to gain clientele, Mason caught pneumonia in the winter of 1842. A year later, he died from the illness at just 31 years old. After 60 years, Mason's remains were transferred from New York and interred in Detroit's Capitol Park, the site of the original Michigan Capitol. A bronze statue of Mason now stands over the site. A message on the statue's pedestal reads, "The tribute of Michigan to the memory of her first governor, whose ashes lie beneath. Called to the duties of manhood while yet a boy, he so acquitted himself as to stamp his name indelibly on the history of the Commonwealth. Mason remains the youngest person in history to hold the office of governor in the United States. Thank you for watching this episode. If you'd like to learn more about Michigan, leave a comment, and we'll see you in the next Michigan Moment.
All right, back in the studio here. John, great video.
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah.
a series, right?
It's a series, yeah. So that's produced by our production coordinator, Matt Legato. Who's absolutely fabulous. He's talented. He's,
Yes.
you know, I'm spoiled by his ability to do this stuff. But that's a video series that we put out the 26th of every month on YouTube, on Facebook, on our cable channels. We premiere it. Matt will research different topics throughout the month.
But based on Michigan-centric, right?
Michigan-centric. So there's different things that, you know, all through the UP, all the way down to the, you know, lower ends of the state. But he produces it out once a month, and it's been a huge hit for us. It's a great standing program that we're able to highlight each year or each month. He does a great job with his editing style. I think the way he crafts the videos each month is very unique, and I think people have caught on to that style. It gives him a little bit of, I always looking for opportunities for our producers to spread their wings creatively. And this is a great opportunity. Hopefully he thinks so.
I think it looks fabulous. I mean, we as producers have done this, we go, there's a lot of talent in this.
He put a lot into that.
There's a lot of work.
The visualization and the thought, it's really artistic. It looks really good. And videos like this, right, you get tens of thousands of views on them. And the thing that, I don't know if it's a compliment or kind of like a, you know, stick to the eye when people see it, they go, oh, that's public access?
Yes.
I go,
Yes.
yes.
Yeah. We can do that stuff now. Yeah, right.
Right.
Look how good we are.
Yeah, we are trained professionals.
Yeah.
You know, we've done this. This is a career, and we've had people tune into games and go, "Oh, where was this game shot?" You go,
Yeah.
Here.
Right here.
Yeah. Yep.
Right.
Yes,
and
we
so,
get the
oh
same.
yes, we can do this. We are professionals. This is what we do. This is our career.
Mm-hmm.
And testament to the crew. That looked fabulous.
Yeah, and he also, you know, we weren't able to hear too much, but he writes the scripts very meticulously and researches everything and fact checks and goes back and forth. And he hosts now. We had a host, but he went off and got a full-time job, you know?
Yeah, why do that?
Yeah, right. Which we're always very happy with when our part-timers, you know, are able to get a full-time job when they can't be with us. We want to see you succeed. We're a stepping stone to the next big thing for you. And
another benefit for public access. It gives people the opportunity to do all that hands-on.
Learn.
And develop that passion or
you can
feed that passion.
Right, you can make those mistakes here. I mean, we are nonprofit. It doesn't,
Right.
you know, this is, advertising dollars are not on the line.
Right.
So it's students in the high school level, college interns, grads, post-grads, part-timers, this is where you can cut your teeth.
And several of them go on.
We enjoy pushing them along, and you know, we have so many interns that have gone on to be anchors down in Nashville. They're in Arkansas. They're in Florida. They're all over the East Coast, and we're like, this is great. You know, and we celebrate them. And it starts here because you get that. Where else can you cut your teeth like that? In industry.
There's not too many, I guess. We always say we're a career-ready program with our program to make sure that you're ready to find. Like, it's a great time for you to find your passion, find your career, and like you said, there's not too many industries that kind of offer that training ground for you to see if this is what I want to do for a living. You know, so it's great to see those success stories. See people find their passions in real time, and you get
they realize, I want to go do something else.
Yeah, well, we had an intern. I saw that. He came in. He's like, I want to intern for you guys. We're like, oh, great. And he's like, what am I going to do? I was like, well, you're going to produce videos and stuff. He's like, oh, I don't want to do that. I was like, well, this is a video internship. He's like, I thought it was going to be something else. I was like, well, I'm glad you realized this now before you went off to college, you know? So, like, finding, like, there's great success there, but also, like, hey, maybe this isn't for me. And I got to figure that out now before spending thousands of dollars at college and everything like
and
that.
we've had those too, and you go, Yeah, it's work.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, it's work.
Right.
It is a lot of
It's work.
Yeah.
You know, and you do put, you know, we make it look easy. Your production coordinator makes it look
Yeah.
easy.
Yeah.
I said, but it is work, and it is time, and it is, you know, putting in the love and, you know, and the talent into something like that. So we're going to wrap it up here. We're approaching the 1 o'clock hour. We're here at the 16th Annual ONTV Food Drive for Fish. Our collection goal is $8,000 in cash and some food donations, or hope to get 1,000 pounds in a production truck. We do have some spotlight videos we like to close out this hour with. Stick around for the next hour. It's sports day. That's why I'm wearing the jersey. There's a reason why I'm wearing it. We didn't really bring it up, but yes, I'm wearing it because it is sports day today. So special programming all through the evening and in prime time, and even after we're off the air at 2. We're going to have games and highlights of different things around the Orion area, Dragon Sports and the like, just seeing some of the great games and other productions we do here, just like we mentioned in our little round table.
Yeah.
Our little round table.
Yeah.
So let's do a little highlight video. We have we'll call it a spotlight video. These are kind of a deeper dive into some of our sponsors for the food drive who have helped us out. We have Michigan Remodeler and Golling Buick GMC.
Hi, everyone. It's the Integrity Guys podcast here. This is our second one that we've recorded. I'm Gary, and
I'm Graham.
we're the Integrity Guys.
Oh, yeah.
And we have a special podcast today where we're talking about a wonderful opportunity that we have to give.
Yeah. Can I tell them it?
Go ahead, Graham.
Well, we are doing a food drive because we want to give our food because we have so much food that we give a little bit too much. So we want to give our food, like oranges and such, and maybe even some peaches and stuff. I would give some because I know you guys need food, just like us.
Graham, I love your spirit. You're such a good kid.
Thanks.
So, can you tell them who we are?
Well, we are the Integrity Guys. This is me, Graham, and you are?
Gary.
And we are the Integrity Guys.
That's right.
Mama.
That's right. My wife, Erica, wanted to be here today, but unfortunately, she's not feeling well. But this is a topic that she and I, our whole family, feels very strongly about, and that's giving.
Even though my mom couldn't come, still, I know we had to do it ourselves because even though she's sick, we can't have a sick person doing this because we need her to feel comfortable and ready to do this podcast.
Very good, Graham. So can I tell our listeners what this food drive is all about?
Yes.
All right. So ONTV is a wonderful business that every year helps with the fish food pantry in the Oxford and Lake Orion area.
Yeah.
And so we're just here to help out and donate a little bit to help folks
Oh, yeah.
that are down on their luck to have a meal,
Indeed.
to have a warm meal. And Graham, what you said is true. We are also going to donate some food
For the food drive, of course.
to the food drive, yes. Graham, we talked a lot about this lately, about how important it is to help others.
Very.
That's one of our core values at MI Remodelers. We're here to help people. We love helping people. And most of the time, we're able to help people through our business, MI Remodelers, remodeling their old homes.
For sure.
Fixing their rotten fascias.
Oh, yeah, because no one likes a dirty home, a not fun home. We like comfortable, fun homes, so we can, and the better the home, and the remodel, that's how, like, you get a good home, and everybody wants a good home, obviously.
Of course they do. So, we love to help people. That's why we're in business. My wife, Erica, my son, Graham, and I, we all love what we do.
Couldn't say it better.
So, what a blessing it is that we get to participate in this wonderful opportunity.
Same.
Graham, something was on my mind earlier when we were talking. And, Christmas was just around the corner and New Year's, and we had time off from school to be together. And we don't talk about it enough, but we're very grateful for all that we have, right?
Yeah, we're so grateful because we have so many things that we have more than enough things because we always have everything we ever want, and that's why we want to give things that we don't really need, but other people that don't have that are going to really like that probably, right?
We love to help people however we can.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
I'm going to throw you a curveball here, buddy. It was your birthday just a week ago, and I'm so impressed with what you decided to do. Can I tell our audience?
Yes.
Bless you. Graham, you didn't need toys for your birthday, so you asked for folks to give money to contribute to a nonprofit organization that you like.
So then we can give
Don't give it away, though. Don't give it away. In the next podcast, we're actually going to talk all about that giving opportunity that you are spearheading and Mom and Dad are supporting you in.
Thank you.
All right, so we'll talk about that on the next podcast.
Ooh, yeah.
Well, to sign off here from the food drive, I just want to take a moment and make sure that we thank everyone that allowed us to participate at ONTV. We think it's a really great thing that they do every year, and we hope that we can join for the future food drives to come. For the benefit of the Fish Food Pantry.
I could not say it better.
And check them out online. I'm sure that if you're looking for a great organization to support, they're worthwhile. They're right by downtown Oxford.
Oh, yeah.
On Lapeer Road.
We do lots of podcasts and fun things that you probably will enjoy. And I love doing and giving other things because it's nice to help people, and we love helping people.
Signing out for today, I'm Gary.
And I'm Graham.
And we're the Integrity Guys.
Yeah.
Dowling Buick GMC has been serving the Lake Orion community for more than 40 years. We here at ONTV would like to thank them for helping to sponsor our food drive benefiting Oxford Orion Fish. Of course, giving back to the community is not a new concept for the dealership. Dowling Buick GMC hosts several car shows throughout the year, with each one helping a different community organization.
We raise money for various charity groups throughout the year. Each show has a charity. This is the Orion Veterans Memorial down here on Lapeer Road, raising money for that memorial today. And throughout the year, we pick different charities and we try to mix it up and keep the money in the community. I can tell you that last year, with our shows, we raised almost $30,000.
This is a community we all live in. And I live here in Lake Orion as well. And it's the community that supports us and our business. We always want to try and give back as best that we can. I'm blessed as far as having great employees and great customers and all the rest, but it's also a blessing to be in a business that can also be considered your hobby and your fun part of it as well, because I love cars.
And every year, Dowling Buick GMC hosts Lake Orion's biggest party of the year. The who's who of Lake Orion are invited to come out to the Holly Jolly Folly, a massive fundraiser that helps make the Orion Lighted Parade an annual spectacular that old and young alike look forward to every holiday season.
You know what? It's fun. The bottom line is it's fun, and it's really fun to do things in our community, for our community, and this is really what it's all about, right? It becomes grassroots stuff. The community comes together, and it's really great. And you know, we've been through a couple tough years, and this is a celebration coming out of some of that stuff.
I can't thank John Cooper and Gollings enough. They are not only the presenting sponsor of the parade, they also pay for everything here. So it's a great event. I know John Cooper loves to do it, and we love having it here, and the family here at Gollings. I mean, we couldn't have done it without them. I mean, we had our oil change kids, our mechanics, guys in the body shop. We're all here today setting up, tearing down, cleaning up. Can't have enough help from the Italia Gardens. They're doing a great job. So we love it, and we love doing it here at Gollings. So it's my Golling cap is, as far as I know, we're going to be doing this for a while.
For more information, visit GollingBuickGMC.com. And again, we'd like to thank them for helping to support the Oxford Orient Fish Food Pantry. Shore's Fireplace and Barbecue was started in 2010 by owner Aaron Burt. Some people are surprised they don't serve barbecue, but they will give you advice on how to smoke a tasty brisket.
2010, yeah, 2010 we opened up. He started out the business with installation and servicing, and then there was a couple retail spots that opened up, and then we have a store in St. Clair Shores on Greater Mac, and then we moved the Rochester location up to the Lake Orion store in 2018.
We're up to our knees in snow out there. How do you get people to be thinking about barbecues and fireplaces?
Barbecues, we kind of incentivize them with like, are they ready to have the smoke flavors? Are they ready to have their backyards filled with friends and neighbors? And just kind of incentivize that for projects to get planted, seeds to be planted, so we can start planning and building and so forth. And then as far as the maintenance, we can get started on that to make sure that the grill is ready for their spring parties. And then if they can't be repaired, then we have a large selection of grills that from entry level to professional series.
What goes into getting a new fireplace in your home? Do you already have to have an existing fireplace?
Well, you can go from just as simple as gas logs adding to an existing fireplace, or we can remove the zero clearance wood burning fireplace and then go to a direct vent fireplace, and that's a complete project. So it's up to you how big of a project you want. You can keep it simple by going electric fireplaces. It helps keep your price point down, and it gives you a fun visual where you don't necessarily need a lot of heat. There's a lot of safer alternatives with the electric, and then they also offer direct vent inserts where it'll offer the sealed front where I'm going to pull air from the outside for combustion. It's going to combust outside as well. Then it has a blower, so it'll help push that warm air into the room. So they're hotter than an electric fireplace, but they're at a higher price point, but they offer a much beautiful visual and finished product.
Now, when you found out about the ONTV food drive and the fish food pantry, what made you want to support the cause?
Aaron and I are very big food pantry supporters in our home community and in this community as well. So it just fit right into our own personal principles and community support.
So if someone wants more information, they want to reach out to you, how would they go?
They can visit us on our website at www.shoresfireplace.com, or they can go to lakeorionfp@gmail.com and shoot us an email, and then we can help them with their fireplace and barbecue inquiries.
All right, great showcase videos for our sponsors there. What can we say about our sponsors? Without them, we would never approach our collection goal of $8,000. Currently, we're still sitting at $5,075. We need to get that up there if we're going to hit our $8,000 mark. But without our sponsors, they're great. They come back year after year. Golling, we mentioned them, $1,000 donation to the food drive, which is wonderful, and they've been with us all 16 years. So thank you to Golling. And I think, so we're in the second hour,
yes.
And I'm look at my watch. We have a little rundown here. We're trying to keep track because we want to make sure we get all the fun content we can to you guys for our little lunch hour break. And today is sports day. That's why I'm wearing this jersey. And we're going to be sitting into a podcast with OAA Now's host, Sammy Taramina. He's been with us for about 13 years.
Wow, that's
really great. I think it's 13 years. And so he has a great take on high school sports. You're going to have a blast. So John and I are going to roll down the hall here momentarily and sit in with Sammy, and we're going to talk about high school sports. High school NIL is a thing now, if you're paying attention to NIL. Name, image, and likeness. We're going to go, this is crazy. So Sammy's got a bunch of topics set up. I'm going to run the board. John's going to sit in and offer his Clarkston Wolves perspective because of that side of this, where he's at. But yes, we're going to run down the hall and sit in a live podcast with Sammy to close out our hour. But before we do so, we want to, again, call attention to our sponsors and all the sponsors we've had today. Without them, this would not be possible. Before we do that video, though, I'd still like to say if you're in a food emergency, reach out to Fish right away. Call that number on your screen, 248-628-3933, or visit their website at oxfordorientfish.org. There you can find the resources you need to get assistance for you and your family today. No waiting. All right? So coming back, if you want to donate food items, non-perishable food items, head on over to our studio at 1349 Joslyn Road. The big white van looks exactly like that. Imagine that.
Yep.
Even have the sign out there with the arrows.
Yeah.
So drop your food off right there in the truck, and we're hoping to fill it up, and that's about 1,000 pounds of food if we can get it. That'd be wonderful. We do know that some of our donation partners are coming through big time, and so that food is going to come in later in the week, but we do have some items in the truck currently. So go ahead, drop that off up until about 8 p.m. daily. All this week, we are collecting those food items. If you'd like to donate also food items, you can do so throughout the township at Township Hall at 2323 Joslyn Road, 8:30 to 4:30 p.m. all this week. Look for the big blue tub with our logo on it and the ONTV Fish Food Drive donation tub. We've been on the air almost an hour and 40, hour and 15. So, and over at the Orion Rec Center.
The Orc.
Yeah, the Orc. I still got to get used to saying that. Yeah. The Orion Rec Center at 3800 Baldwin Road, 5 a.m. to 9 p.m. The big blue tub is also there for you. And you can donate online. You see right there, orionontv.org. Click that donate button and get the process started. It takes like 30 seconds to donate to those in need. All right, let's call attention to our sponsors for today. Here's a quick look at a video of all of those who are sponsoring the food drive on this Wednesday.
All of us at ONTV would like to thank our corporate sponsors for their generous donations. Today's portion of the 2026 ONTV Food Drive is brought to you by Madison Heights Plumbing and Heating Supply, located at 719 East Mandolin Avenue in Madison Heights. The family-owned business has been servicing the Detroit metro area for over 30 years. Madison Heights Plumbing and Heating Supply is supporting the food drive for a 4th year and is a 5-day sponsor. In addition to the ONTV Food Drive, they proudly support other charitable events and organizations, such as Toys for Tots, Bottomless Chest, and St. Jude's Children's Hospital. For more information, give them a call at 248-588-4690 or visit the website madisonheightsplumbingsupply.com. Ohana Wealth Advisory, located in Berkeley, Michigan. Ohana Wealth Advisory is returning as a sponsor for their 4th year, and they are a 5-day sponsor. For more information, you can give them a call at 248-246-8080. Meyer of Lake Orion, located at 1107 South Lapeer Road in Lake Orion. Meyer is a year-round supporter of the Oxford Orion Fish Food Pantry, collecting food pantry donations through their Simply Give program. They are a 5-day sponsor of the ONTV Food Drive with a charitable $500 contribution. For more information, visit the website meyer.com. North Oakland VFW Post 334, serving the community and fellow veterans. VFW Post 334 has been a devoted supporter of Oxford Orion Fish for several years. They are a 5-day sponsor of the ONTV Food Drive. For more information about North Oakland VFW Post 334, you can visit their Facebook page at facebook.com/VFW334. You can also check out vfw.org. M3 Investments, located at 990 North Main Street in Royal Oak. Having a plan that is designed around your goals and financial situation can help you successfully navigate the risks you are likely to face. Whether you're just starting out, thinking about retirement, or just retired, Christine can help. For more information about M3 Investments, you can give them a call at 248-543-3400. Brinker Veterinary Hospital, located at 975 South Lapeer Road in Lake Orion. The team at Brinker Veterinary Hospital is dedicated to making sure our local pets are happy and healthy. We here at ONTV thank them for their generous donation to the Oxford Orion Fish Food Pantry. For more information, you can check out their website, brinkervet.com. Lake Orion Sunrise Rotary Club. The club meets in the United Methodist Church at 140 East Flint Street in Lake Orion on the first and third Thursday of each month. The Lake Orion Sunrise Rotary Club focuses on helping our community by working with local organizations to help individuals and families in need. They also provide beds to local kids with their program, Beds for Kids. The Rotary Club is a 5-day sponsor of the food drive, helping to stock the shelves at the Oxford Orion Fish Food Pantry. For more information about the Lake Orion Sunrise Rotary Club, you can visit the website portal.clubrunner.ca/3041. Lake Orion Lions Club, serving Lake Orion since 1938. The Lake Orion Lions Club is committed to our community by serving, fundraising, and supporting others. They have been supporting Oxford Orion Fish for many years through donations and other local food drives. This year, the Lions are a 5-day sponsor of the ONTV Food Drive with another considerate donation to fish. To learn more about the Lake Orion Lions Club, you can check out the website, lakeorionlions.org. Shores Fireplace and Barbecue, located at 616 South Lapeer Road in Lake Orion. Shores has 45 years of experience in the hearth and patio industry. They are a first-time partner of the ONTV Food Drive and have donated $200 toward our final goal. For more information about Shores Fireplace and Barbecue, you can check out the website shoresfireplaceandbarbecue.com. MI Remodelers, located at 125 Walnut Boulevard in Rochester. MI Remodelers is a family-owned company specializing in home projects, big or small. They have contributed $200 toward our final goal in helping Oxford Orion Fish. For more information about MI Remodelers, check out their website, miremodelers.com. And Palazzo Debacci at 4291 Lapeer Road in Lake Orion. They are a returning sponsor of the food drive with a generous $200 donation. Palazzo Debacci gives customers a chance to play a game of bocce ball while they eat. For more information, you can visit their website, palazzodebacci.com.
The views on this program do not reflect those of ONTV or its board of directors. Welcome to OAA Now, your home for Oakland Activities Association news and information. Here's your host, Sammy Taramina.
Welcome to a special OA Now here. Of course, I'm Sammy Taramina here. I'm blogger around the OA, the host of Last Week Brain Cell, host of Between Terminas and Unoriented Trojan, and also the 2025 Fantasy Football Champion.
Had to bring that up. Fantasy Football Champion. He won it.
Yes, I did.
Hey.
So we got Ian back here.
I'm here. Ian Locke here, Executive Director of ONTV. I used to run your board.
You were in my room all the time. I mean, like, you were here all the time.
I was, and then things happened.
Yeah, things happened. Okay.
Running the studio gets kind of busy. And with us, John Elke.
Hello, John.
What mic for? Oh, they had the wrong mic. Do it again.
John Elke.
There it is.
Television. Happy to be here. Thanks so much for having me today. This is really fun.
Right? Yeah, it's going to be interesting. We talk Clarkston. You know what I mean? When it comes to
Sammy jumps right in. Hey, it's a food drive. Can I make a comment on the food drive? ONTV Food Drive. Collection goal $8,000. We're at 5,000 plus. Get those donations in at orionontv.org. Click that donate button and get the process started. Okay, Sammy.
Well, you know, I mean, like, now we get to I know we get to talk one thing here, and obviously I know you made mention of it, is the NIL. I mean,
But which kind?
but the MHA, I know, recently approved an NIL, obviously, but there's a big but here in this.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Because the school districts cannot be included, and I think,
Correct.
And I think, I'll be honest with you, I am not a big fan of NIL. I've never been. I've never been a fan of NIL because it's just, I'm going to say it real nicely. I think it's for it's not team oriented. It's for the individual. And I think that to me is not, it's not so I like what the MHA did, kept the schools out of this. You know what I mean?
You have to.
You have to because, there's no way a school district can pay players. There's no way.
No. I mean, they can barely pay their coaches.
Yeah, that's just a dangerous slope to kind of get yourself involved with, and it really opens the door for a lot of things that I don't know if
a lot of bad things.
Yeah.
So the funny thing, what was it? Ohio, the state of Ohio was one of the first to announce they were going to do this. I'm like, of course, in Ohio, you want to pay your high school players.
Yeah.
It'll never come here. And then we found out, you hit me up.
Yes.
John, you told me.
Yeah, I got the news alert. My brother's really plugged into it. He's very into sports and everything like that. And we've been talking about this for a while because we kind of saw the writing on the wall for a little bit that this might be a conversation that is going to happen. And we kind of prepared ourselves a little bit. We've been asking around other companies and businesses, hey, do you know how our sports production is going to be affected if there is NIL available?
Very dangerous. It's very dangerous.
And I couldn't get an answer. And I was like, oh, well, we might need to start thinking about that question because I think this is going to be happening a little sooner than we all think it's going to be.
Right. The unintended consequence.
Yes.
Yeah, that's really what it is.
It always runs that way.
But at least the MHA did do some guidelines. You know what I mean?
They did?
They did.
Yes.
There is no you can't. The school districts are not allowed to be involved in this.
No school branding can be
No
involved.
school branding.
Yeah.
Nothing. They can't do it on school property. Nothing.
Not during the games or anything like that. So there are some regulations that make this a little bit palatable, maybe. Might be the wrong word.
I don't really.
However you want to put it.
I
still sitting there going, this doesn't taste too hot.
No, it doesn't. And it's going to be interesting to see when the first one kind of hits and how everything revolves around that.
Question for you, Sammy, because I know you have an opinion and you have an answer. This goes back to you and I have talked over the years about the haves and have-nots. You have the private schools, you have the public schools. Do you think this, again, can tip the scales for the private schools? Even more so than it already is, because they can recruit. And we're seeing in the finals, private schools dominating.
We're seeing it right now, and I think right now you look at it here. I think this is another level for the for the private schools because you really think about it. You look at football. I mean, football. I mean, nobody Detroit Catholic Central won the D1 state title. You've had Warren D. South, been a proven powerhouse. Berman Brother Rice has been a proven powerhouse.
You've seen Lumen Christie for years.
Lumen Christie. The Catholic League's been really, really dominant. And, this might, I don't know what this does in regards to the Catholic League, but it's just another level. We'll
right.
I
instantly thought, you're going to have that one generational player that rolled through, let's say, Clarkston, Oxford, Lake Orion. We've had them.
Happens every once in a while. It's
right. You get them, and you're going, wow, you had two linemen not too long ago go big time. Right?
Chandler and Dillinger, yep.
Right. And who says they would have stayed at Clarkston? Who says they didn't go to, Novi, DCC?
Yeah.
What are you going to do? And if you're going to say, well, the Cadillac dealer at Novi is looking at, or the showplace is looking at giving a sponsorship deal to a high school kid if you.
You can't, and I don't like this at all because I really think that let the kids be kids.
Right.
Let them be kids. You know what I mean?
You don't have to worry about this stuff because that just it makes it so hard to
live
your life.
Kids, you know what I mean? 'Cause this is like and I get it. There's a lot of kids. I know a lot of students get jobs. You know what I mean?
Right.
I think this is, to me, this is not
Dairy
the way
Queen is
to
hiring.
Go. Yeah. This is not the way to go. And, I don't say much about NIL on my podcast. And my thoughts on this, I do not like this at all.
Right. I knew as soon as that came out, I was talking to Joey. He goes, man, wait until Sammy gets a hold of this. I go, I know what you're answering. I mean, I could hear it in my head already. But it's one of those, what are we doing? What are we living in here? It's high school sports, high school athletics. You're lucky to get the kid. And how far do you go? Is it going to be the coach's kid that's going to get the? Oh, guess what? My dad owns a dealership.
And the dealership's going to
think of this.
Yeah.
Think of this scenario, John and Sam. That my son is a first string running back. I own a car dealer, and he's going to sponsor the car dealership now that I own. I can pay him, and guess what? He can now put that. We are families that have 529 plans, college funds for kids, or Roth IRAs. You can now give that kid as much as you want. Put it in. Say he's working for me. He can put it in his Roth IRA. It's like. I think in that way because the retirement's around the corner for me.
Yeah,
maybe.
But that's a really good question to bring up because that opens up the door for these situations that
cut a check to your kid.
Legally weren't there before, and now they are, and now you have to kind of police that a little bit. And I know we're obviously going down the worst possible road for all of this stuff, and that's sometimes what you have to think about. I think like you were saying, Ian, when we originally talked about this. This affects maybe 1% of
under 1%.
Under 1%. You know what I mean? And it's pretty much.
Sammy, do you have any eligibility left for high school sports?
No.
That's coming next.
Yeah, right.
You could be ONTV sponsor. We could be your NIL dealer, and
a little patch on the jersey.
We can get you back out on the field.
I've got bad knees, bad shoulders.
Oh, but you don't need to tell them.
Yeah, I got bad knees, bad shoulders.
Yeah, just make that known.
I think I got one more year.
That's just my take on it. And
Ian's already suited up, ready to go.
All right, yeah, I was a swimmer, thank God. My joints are actually okay. Sammy, what do you got? So there's NIL. What else do we have here? This special OAA now.
Well, we got basketball districts here coming up right around the corner.
That's crazy. The season has gone by so quick.
I'm going to start off with girls. I know I talked about Oxford as well. I talked about Oxford a little bit here. I didn't talk about them. They're in a district with Grand Blanc, Davison, Lapeer, Holly are in that one. It's going to be interesting because, we look at Oxford's situation there. I mean, they're having a nice year with Caitlin Brockway and Mia Champagne. Right now, they're the number 1 seed and their NPR. Davison's right there with them. Grand Blanc's been unusually struggling this year. And, of course, Lapeer's been solid and Holly's been solid. So I look at that district and I think to myself, Oxford's got a shot at that. They can win it with those two girls.
Do you think it's theirs to lose? Or do you think
No, I think Davison's going to give them problems.
Yeah,
I really do. But then the girls district we talked about here is the one at Lake Orion. There is Lake Orion, Clarkston, Rochester Adams, Avondale, and Waterford United.
Wow.
So
see, the Waterford United I got to get used to.
Waterford, of course.
That is going to take some while.
Waterford Kettering and Waterford Mott both joined the OA this year. Returned back to the OA this year.
Which is another oddity.
So, so we're going to talk boys as well. So
what do you that's a tough one, man.
You got to look at this district and say to yourself, Clarkston right now looks to be the favorite because they have proven players in Eliana Roback, Brooklyn Colbert, Ava Wasilic, Beba Flavin. Program strength's there for the future. They got program strength. Their 8th grade class is very good.
Right.
You look at Lake Orion. Lake Orion's a very young team. And, yes, they got 2 very good players in Caravita and Kelsey King.
And they've shown sparks. I mean, they've
sparks,
shown signs.
But they've shown some bad things. And,
some bad sparks.
Speak your mind, Sam.
And you look at Lake Orion, and I look at this Dragon team, very young, but they turn the ball over a lot.
Yeah.
That's a problem. Sometimes, you know what I mean, they've gotten blown out in a couple games. They played a very tough schedule.
Yes.
So, and their schedule's not easy. They still got to play. They got to play Kingston. That's a difficult game. They got to go play West Bluefield. They got to play Clarkston. They got to go play Rochester twice. I mean, it is not going to be an easy thing for the Dragons at all. And
do you think they win a game in the districts? Think they win one?
I think they will. I really do. When I look at Lake Orion, right now they sit the number 2 seed. Adams,
really nice.
They beat Adams from 55-51 in a very crazy game. Adams is coming off a nice win against A&T. Adams, the team that's scary right now. They sit the 3 seed. Avondale, they played Groves tough. Only 170. I mean, Groves only 171-58 against them. Groves been killing everybody.
You're right.
Yeah.
And then Waterford obviously improved under Coach Andrew Wellman. But they got Samantha Torres, a very good player there. But I don't think when you look at Waterford, I know they're in the gold, and the gold's not
Right.
like the red or the white or the blue. I mean, like, it's going to be tough. I mean, like, I right now, when I look at this district right now, I just don't see anybody beat Clarkson right now.
And where is that district being held again?
It's at Lake Orion.
Okay.
Oh, there you go.
Right, and we've seen it before. I mean, Lake Orion hosted districts. It seemed like year after year after year. Then we went away a little bit, and the Dragon teams usually perform as expected when you're playing on your home floor. You kind of get a little spark. You got a little larger
Well, this
crowd.
is a different team, though. This is a different Lake Orion team than they've been years past.
It is, but you know what I mean? You still get that spark playing at home.
You do, yes. But you look at this Lake Orion team, they're good at home. I mean, but they're just playing a very tough schedule right now.
Do you think it'll wear them out by the time districts roll around? I mean,
I am very concerned about Lake Orion.
Backloaded schedule.
I am extremely concerned about Lake Orion, the way that they're playing right now.
So Clarkston's to lose?
Clarkston's district to lose because of Roback. Because I think Roback's the player. I think you got Smith, you got Flavin, you got I forgot the other one.
Well, that sounds like enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, John, you guys cover basketball?
Yeah, we do. We actually have two. We got a doubleheader this Friday. It's the Fife for a Cure games that Clarkson is doing, and that's in memory of Dan Fife, the former coach for a very long time.
Great man.
So proceeds will be benefiting an organization associated with the Fife family, but. Beforehand, I believe it was the Chad Tuff organization that they used to do this for. So we'll be broadcasting out both games at 5:30 for the girls' game, and then roughly 7 for the boys' game on Friday.
They never start. Yeah,
no, they never start.
He's a community media guy for sure because they're like
never start on time.
never start.
You know what I mean?
But we'll both be there. We have our announcer and my brother Ryan Elke that'll be broadcasting out both games. So our students will be running the broadcast equipment as well. So
very cool.
This will be a number of games that we've gotten to do for basketball. We always love doing basketball. It's great to be in the gym and everything like that, and the atmosphere in the gym. It just makes it so much fun.
You're gonna love it when I talk boys. You know what I mean? You're gonna love when I talk boys.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's dig in. What do we got? What time? Let's do a little housekeeping.
All right.
Food drive. If you'd like to donate to the ONTV Food and Fun Drive for the Oxford Orient Fish Food Pantry, you can do so right now. Don't hesitate. You can stop over at 1349 Joslin Road, drop those non-perishable food items off at our big white production van. The doors open until 8 p.m., and we'll be here all week. We'll donate all those and drive all that food over to the food pantry at the end of the week. You can do that through Friday, okay? And then if you want to donate online, you can do so at orientontv.org or drop a check off, so no fees are taken out, right? So Charity GoFundMe does take a fee there, here and there out of your donation. But if you'd like to just drop a check off at the studio, you can. We're open until 9 p.m.
Someone did drop a check off this morning when I was walking in.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, she drove right up, just had an envelope right out of her car. Hey.
And we didn't say, no, that's okay. You can take that with you. No, he said, come on, get that donation in, right? And we were at just over $5,000. I think we're beyond that with some of the donations. We just haven't updated the graphic just yet. I hope we get a better total by the time we get out of this at 2 o'clock. It's 1:37. So give us a little lowdown on the guys.
So here's the thing. I know Oxford's in a district with Grand Blanc, Davison, Lapeer, Flint, Kersley, and Holly. I don't see Oxford getting by Grand Blanc right now. Oxford's the 4th seed. You know Grand Blanc's very good. Davison's solid.
Loaded.
Lapeer's having a rough year. Holly's decent. Flint, Kersley's having a nice year. So for Oxford, it's going to be a tough sledding for Coach Joe Federacek and the Wildcats. It'll be very tough.
Yeah.
Now we go to the district at Lake Orion. Here's your district. This is one of the most brutal districts in the entire state.
It's tough.
Yeah.
You got Avondale, Clarkston, Waterford, Lake Orion, Waterford, Kettering. In that order. That's the MPR right now.
Wow.
You look at that district, and Avondale has to be the favorite. They're right now 16-1. I mean, Clarkston right now is 14-3. Lake Orion right now is 11-7. Mott is 13-5, and Kettering is 3-14 right now.
Go Captains.
Jeez, 3?
Yeah.
Remember when they used to be good? That was
They
about
have not
almost
been-
20
they've
years
not
ago.
been the same
I think I went to high school when they were really good.
They were. First year coaching Will Campbell. I mean, like,
Right,
he's
yeah.
done I mean, like, he's done a nice job with them, but you know they got experience. But you know, transitioning from the Lakes Valley
Not
to the OA,
right. It's not the same.
No.
KLA it wasn't still KLAA, was it?
It's the
Or
it's
Lakes.
the
They changed
Lake
it.
Valley Conference.
Right.
Well, the KLA is still there. You
Is
know what
it?
I mean?
They've changed that so many times. Waterford teams have been bouncing around for
Well,
years.
now they're back in the OA, and
They should be in the OAA.
they got a difficult district when you look at, of course, right
Yeah,
now.
loaded.
If you look at the teams in there, I mean, Avondale, they're a very good team. They are a very good team.
Yeah.
They beat Clarkston a couple weeks ago, 43-38 in a low-scoring game. They can beat you in different ways. You know, they can go high scoring.
Right.
They can defend you. I mean, they're athletic. Only concern I have with Avondale is they're not as deep as people think they are. But, you know, when you look at a team like Clarkston, who's a systematically team, I mean, they can beat they systematically beat you.
Right.
And you look at, you know, a Lake Orion. Lake Orion, you know, they're a scary group. Lake Orion is a real scary group right now.
In a good way.
In a good way. I don't think a lot of these teams want to see Lake Orion the way they're playing. Waterford Mott, they really got, honestly, they're solid. I mean, they got two really good guys in Toy Robinson and Damari Stevens. You know, they got Hazim. They got the White brothers. And then, but you look at this district, and I've said this to myself. I don't think Waterford Mott wants to see Clarkston in the first round.
No.
Because-
Nobody does.
Yeah.
Here's why. Because Clarkson's deep. Clarkson's got 3-point shooting.
Yep.
And Clarkson can systematically beat you.
Right.
I don't think Avondale wants to see Lake Orion.
Ooh.
Because Lake Orion can match up with them. They have depth. They also know Jacoby Loris.
Right.
Jacoby Loris formerly was a former Dragon. And, you know, you look at the coaching match between Coach Jose Andrades and Coach Aaron Fox. I have a lot more confidence in Coach Andrades. Now, Aaron Fox's first year at Avondale done a really nice job.
Right.
But you look at that matchup. If I'm Avondale, I do not want to see Lake Orion in their home building in the district semifinals. I really don't want to do that.
That'd be a really rough draw.
It's a good one. I mean, Lake Orion got a good one because they're home.
Well, if they're the 4th seed, but right now the 3 seed, 3 and 4 could go back and forth between Lake Orion and Waterford Mott.
Right.
You know, so
But I know which way you're probably going to lean.
if
But what do you think if it came to that? What do you say? Who's moving on?
if you look at the 4 seed right now,
Yes.
if you have the 4 seed, you're playing Waterford in the opening night.
Yeah.
But if you have the 3 seed, you're going to be playing on that Wednesday, but you're playing against Clarkson.
Yeah.
So if I am,
So you're saying lose
if
a couple
I-
games.
If I'm Waterford, if I'm Waterford,
Reschedule yourself a little bit.
if I'm Waterford Mott, I'm better off playing Avondale than I am playing Clarkston.
No kidding.
Because Mott, they're not a deep team, but I feel like they match up better to Clarkston.
Oh.
And I feel like Mott matches with Avondale.
You don't think Clarkson would tire him out?
I think Clarkston beats them.
Okay.
Beats Mott
But
if they do play. But if it's Lake Orion, I know those two teams played earlier in the year.
Ooh.
First game of the year, 77-49 in favor of Clarkston. But I think Lake Orion matches them up much better than Waterford Mott does.
Right.
So that's what I'm looking at here from that matchup
Okay.
perspective. I think Lake Orion matches Clarkston much better than Waterford Mott does with them.
All right, I just got the 5-minute notification.
Hey, we got some football talk.
Yeah, and just one last thing. Hey, John, you have the eyeball test of Clarkston.
Yes.
You've seen it.
Yes.
You see them every week.
Mm-hmm.
And your thoughts?
For basketball or football?
Basketball.
Basketball. No, I really like this team. You know, I really hope that they make a deep run. It's been fun to watch. It's such a crapshoot, though, I feel like, every year, you know? You never know how the draw is gonna work and everything like that. But this team seems poised for a fun run here.
Yeah.
So we're gonna enjoy it, I guess. That's what I always.
Well, that's the point,
Yeah.
right? Have a
Yeah.
good time. We can sit back and watch it. We're lucky we have the cameras.
Yes.
We
We always say I don't
have any skin in the game.
just no ties, you know.
Yeah, right.
Well, like I said, I think if you're Waterford Mott, I would not want to play Clarkston. I would say give Lake Orion Clarkston.
Yeah, that would be a lot of fun.
All right,
Whenever
so-
those teams get together, it's so much fun.
So we're up on the clock. What do you got for football, Sam?
Well, I'm curious to see how Lake Orion does if they're going 1-8 this year. Clarkston, they lost a lot of talent.
Yeah.
So this is going to be interesting.
It'll be an interesting year next year. 'Cause you're right. They had a very good, older team and everything like that. So it'd be interesting to see how that kind of switches over because, man, oh man, did they look like they were poised to do something really good this year. Yeah. So hoping they can turn it around. I know the coach there, really nice guy.
Justin Pintar.
Yeah, he's awesome to talk with, work with. Hopefully he can turn things, flip the page, I guess, to the next year. You know,
Transition years are always kind of tough. I mean, Lake
Yeah,
Orion's fallen into that. They had a playoff team, and now you're like 1 in some change.
1-8, but you look at Lake Orion, they do got a lot come back on offense. Defensively is the one you got to worry about with this crew, is defensively. Offensively, they should be fine, but defensively, that's the big concern for Coach
Right.
Chris
I mean, they were giving points up.
Yeah.
And in late stages of games where you felt like they were in control and then just get wiped out. You're going, what just happened? Big time.
And the schedule is brutal. You know what I mean? So
It's always brutal.
Every year, yeah.
And they re-upped with Celine, didn't they?
Yeah, they got to play them again. They got Northville week 1.
Oh, wow.
Clarkson's got a tough stretch here. I think they got Dakota week 1.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I haven't seen the schedule yet.
See,
Oh, no, they got Ike week 1, sorry. And then they got,
that'll be a marquee game.
Yeah.
They still do, well, I don't know.
Stony Creek's got Ike 1. Clarkson's got Dakota week 1.
Okay. So with FanDuel Sports going under, and are they going to hold these games anymore? Are they going to be streamed online?
They put it on the NFG network. I mean, I don't know why they did that.
You couldn't see it on regular cable like you could have for decades and decades.
Yeah. So I'm curious to see who takes who.
Right, because I loved watching those games. Watching the state finals.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Luckily, I have a login.
Yeah,
because of the business we're in.
Right.
But for the general public, it missed out some really classic games in those finals.
Well, the Catholic League dominated the state finals.
Yeah, but they were still entertaining to watch. The talent,
yeah.
But all right, what is that? All you got on there, Sam?
Well, I think you look.
So what do we got at spring? I mean, what time is it? It is 46. I'm not sure how much time we got. 3 minutes, maybe 2. Sam or Joe, if you give me a wave through the window, we're just kind of doing this by the seat of our pants. Sammy Taramina, host of OAA Now, longtime podcaster. First ever podcaster here at ONTV.
Nice.
We like sharing this. We're talking about community media. John's the station manager at ITV. And so he came to me and goes, I want to do a podcast. I'm like, okay. And we set a camera up at a table in the room next door at 1 minute. Okay, so, and he goes, hey, I want to do a podcast. And we don't have the infrastructure.
Right over there. Right over there.
He's just sitting with a camera and he's talking, and people would walk by and they go, "Who's that guy yelling in the room over there?" And so that's kind of how we handled it. But look at this, and you've been doing this for a number of years and weekly. And Sammy, thank you, man, my brother.
Thank you really much.
Awesome.
This is awesome. Thanks for having me. This is a great show. I'm really excited to be a part of it.
Appreciate it.
Feel like you can sit in. Sam, you want to say goodbye?
Take care, guys. All right, we're signing off here. Take care. God bless, and I'll see you all next week. God bless. God bless all.
All right, see you later. I think I can remember it. Yeah. This podcast is produced by Sammy Taramina. The views on the show are his and his alone. If you'd like more information about having your own podcast here on Orion Neighborhood Television, give us a call at 248-393-1060. That's it for OA Now. We'll see you next time. See ya.
Shores Fireplace and Barbecue was started in 2010 by owner Aaron Burt. Some people are surprised they don't serve barbecue, but they will give you advice on how to smoke a tasty brisket.
2010, 2010 we opened up. He started out the business with installation and servicing, and then there was a couple retail spots that opened up, and then we have a store in St. Clair Shores on Greater Mac, and then we moved the Rochester location up to the Lake Orion store in 2018.
We're up to our knees in snow out there. How do you get people to be thinking about barbecues and fireplaces?
Barbecues, we kind of incentivize them with like, are they ready to have the smoke flavors? Are they ready to have their backyards filled with friends and neighbors? And just kind of incentivize that for projects to get planted, seeds to be planted, so we can start planning and building and so forth. And then as far as the maintenance, we can get started on that to make sure that the grill is ready for their spring parties. And then if they can't be repaired, then we have a large selection of grills that from entry level to professional series.
What goes into getting a new fireplace in your home? Do you already have to have an existing fireplace?
Well, you can go from just as simple as gas logs adding to an existing fireplace, or we can remove the zero clearance wood burning fireplace and then go to a direct vent fireplace, and that's a complete project. So it's up to you how big of a project you want. You can keep it simple by going electric fireplaces. It helps keep your price point down, and it gives you a fun visual where you don't necessarily need a lot of heat. There's a lot of safer alternatives with the electric, and then they also offer direct vent inserts where it'll offer the sealed front where I'm going to pull air from the outside for combustion. It's going to combust outside as well. Then it has a blower, so it'll help push that warm air into the room. So they're hotter than an electric fireplace, but they're at a higher price point, but they offer a much beautiful visual and finished product.
Now, when you found out about the ONTV food drive and the fish food pantry, what made you want to support the cause?
Aaron and I are very big food pantry supporters in our home community and in this community as well. So it just fit right into our own personal principles and community support.
So if someone wants more information, they want to reach out to you, how would they do that?
They can visit us on our website at www.shoresfireplace.com, or they can go to lakeorionfp@gmail.com and shoot us an email, and then we can help them with their fireplace and barbecue inquiries.
Dowling Buick GMC has been serving the Lake Orion community for more than 40 years. We here at ONTV would like to thank them for helping to sponsor our food drive benefiting Oxford Orion Fish. Of course, giving back to the community is not a new concept for the dealership. Dowling Buick GMC hosts several car shows throughout the year, with each one helping a different community organization.
We raise money for various charity groups throughout the year. Each show has a charity. This is the Orion Veterans Memorial down here on Lapeer Road, raising money for that memorial today. And throughout the year we pick different charities and we try to mix it up and keep the money in the community. I can tell you that last year with our shows we raised almost $30,000.
This is a community we all live in. And I live here in Lake Orion as well. And it's the community that supports us and our business. We always want to try and give back as best that we can. I'm blessed as far as having great employees and great customers and all the rest, but it's also a blessing to be in a business that can also be considered your hobby and your fun part of it as well, because I love cars.
And every year, Dowling Buick GMC hosts Lake Orion's biggest party of the year. The who's who of Lake Orion are invited to come out to the Holly Jolly Folly, a massive fundraiser that helps make the Orion Lighted Parade an annual spectacular that old and young alike look forward to every holiday season.
You know what? It's fun. The bottom line is it's fun, and it's really fun to do things in our community, for our community, and this is really what it's all about, right? It becomes grassroots stuff. The community comes together. And it's really great. And we've been through a couple tough years, and this is a celebration coming out of some of that stuff.
I can't thank John Cooper and Gollings enough. They are not only the presenting sponsor of the parade, they also pay for everything here. So it's a great event. I know John Cooper loves to do it, and we love having it here, and the family here at Gollings. I mean, we couldn't have done it without them. I mean, we had our oil change kids, our mechanics, guys in the body shop. We're all here today setting up, tearing down, cleaning up. Can't have enough help from Italia Gardens. They're doing a great job. So we love it, and we love doing it here at Gollings. So as my Golling cap is, as far as I know, we're going to be doing this for a while.
For more information, visit GollingBuickGMC.com. And again, we'd like to thank them for helping to support the Oxford Orient Fish Food Pantry.
All right, back into the main studio here. John Elke, Ian Locke here for the Wednesday, day 3, the ONTV food drive for the Oxford Orient Fish Food Pantry. Just closing out this second hour of the day. We close up here at 2 p.m., but we'll be back tomorrow. Tomorrow is Music Day, and Bob Lowe will be in to play his old twang country and we say country western tunes, and I'm going to do my best to sit in with my buddy Bob and kind of pluck along, see if I can stay in tune. But also tomorrow night from 7 to 9 we'll be live in here for the first time in the evening for the food drive. Myself and Dave Mahalik will be here talking and promoting the new show we have running. It's in the second season's about to begin. It's called Open Mic Night. And if you have any talent of any kind, you play the triangle or the ukulele or anything.
I can try, yeah.
You can come on the show, and it doesn't cost anything, and we sit here and record it, and it's a safe space to play and perform for the first time in public. And so we're going to promote that tomorrow night from 7 to 9. That'll be live here in the studio. And we hope it goes well because I will be playing a little bit and Dave will be talking. Dave's a seasoned musician and performer and audio engineer, so we put the show together and have a good time doing that. Let's take care of some business before we get out of here because we do have a hard out at 2 p.m. and we're going to switch to our sports programming that we're going to have throughout the evening, showcasing our sponsors at the bottom of the screen. You can see that all night long. So yes, we're here for Fish. If you'd like to donate to Fish, you can do so. Donate online. John, why don't you take it over? I've been talking this whole time. Take it.
You can visit OntV.org and click through the food drive logo to donate through the GoFundMe. Or you can come here and donate in person, non-perishable food items to fill the production van that's currently outside. When I was there this morning, it was filling up, so it's really looking good. But make sure you stop on by. It's at 1349 Joslyn Road here in Lake Orion. There's also other locations over at the Town Hall. That's on Joslyn Road at 2323 Joslyn Road from 8:30 to 4:30 during their business hours, or the Orion Recreation Center at 38 Baldwin Road. You look for the Big Blue Tubs, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep, the Big Blue Tubs.
For the donations, and that's from 5 to 9 over at the Orc. So look for those Big Blue tubs to drop off your non-perishable food items to donate over to the food drive. Here's the wish list as well.
Yeah. Changes all season.
Yeah, these are some of the items that you can look for at your grocery store if you want to donate. So canned chicken, canned tuna, any canned soup, canned fruit, canned pasta, chili, bagged potatoes, boxed potatoes, canned stew broth, or like I said, any non-perishable food items would be appreciated. So look for those locations for donations, and I know the Fish organization would be highly thankful for anything that you can contribute.
Right. Oh, and we got update on totals? Is that what yeah, okay, let's take a look at our totals. We're going to the overhead cam. What do we got? Joey, our director today, showing us 62.35. Boy, that jumped up. Awesome.
Yeah, it did.
Shores Fireplace Barbecue was just added. Wonderful. And we see a couple others added, but that is wonderful. So over $1,000 added
Getting close
during
to that
this hour.
8,000 goal here. That is a great day.
Right, that is amazing. And the picture you see there, Alana Hart from Home Depot will be in hosting our music day from the 12 to 2. So Alana, she's a longtime host. Yeah. Volunteer with us for years, but she works at Home Depot. So she'll be here, and I believe Home Depot also is a sponsor of ours this week. They always collect, the staff over there collect on our behalf, and then they drop them off, and then Alana and I host the session, and she's a great fun, and we have a good time. Yeah, so we're kind of winding down this hour. We got 2 minutes left. Anything you want to share over what's happening in ITV before we get out of here?
Sure. No, one, I just want to say thank you very much for having me here today. This has been a joy to kind of see production from the other side of the lens a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, with community television and everything like that, sometimes you get lost in the weeds a little bit of the day-to-day, but it's great to be a part of production like this that helps so many people, and I get to see what you guys do over here as our neighbor, and you know, in kind of awe of how everything's set up here and everything, and how you're helping your community. It's really, I don't know, inspiring, to say the least. So it's great to be a part of this, and I'm thankful that you had me on for this day.
I'm glad you came in. I was worried to go. I know you were running a little bit late, and they're going, oh, we're going live.
Yeah.
Let's go. And do you have a script? Nope.
Yeah.
We got to run down. Maybe it happens, hey, whatever. Yeah. And you've handled it like, you're a pro. You've done this a number of times. We stand in front of a camera with a microphone, no big deal. We can handle it. And, we try to cut the ums and the uhs. And we get through the copy and make sure the information is shared accurately.
Yeah.
So I think we're down to our last 60 seconds here in the studio. And we're gonna wrap it up as someone's got the front door open. That breeze is kicking, and I'm
feeling it.
A little
Yes.
winter out. When did it turn winter outside?
Yeah,
so
I think like a couple months ago.
So again, tune in all day, all night, 24-hour programming. Thank you to our sponsors. Get those donations in, OnTV.org. Click that donate button today. Get that food, get that donations over to us. Get them in. We need to help those in need and restock the shelves at Fish. We'll see you tomorrow at noon. Good night, everybody. Ian Locke, John Elke. We'll see you next time.
Thank you very much.